Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Yahweh being the name of the Father, who the world everybody calls God. Yahweh, meaning He exists. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahushai, who the world everybody calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahushai, meaning He is salvation. Bahashem, in the name. Rakaha Kodash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach one world who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth of risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwatim, listen, and learn it in sincerity and in truth and in silence. Shalom. Akyam meaning brothers, Akwatim meaning sisters, Shalom meaning peace be unto you. It's your brother Shema from the GMS Toronto camp here in Toronto, here with another lesson. We'll get right into it. Some current events and prophecy. Right? Got a couple articles here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 articles, maybe 5, maybe 6, but 4 articles, Lord willing. Right? And we'll touch this first one here. Governments worldwide losing trust of people. It's a statement by the UN. This came out on RT News, January 17th, 2024. The hopeful year that Jacob's trouble comes to pass. Right, we'll just read a paragraph or two and then we'll touch a scripture. And we'll move on to the next article, Lord willing. It says here, Antonio Guterres claims a reformed global body could repair the loss of faith in public institutions. Right? So we see where this diabolical madman is going. Now they're saying, listen, we need to reform and repair the global body. What does that mean? They want to bring in the NWO. And how are they going to go about it? Order ab chaos, right? They order ab chaos, right? They stir up chaos, right? And then bring a solution, right? Let's get First Maccabees. And this has been a plan of the elites, Esau's elites, going right back to what we're going to read here, the account of Antiochus. First Maccabees 1. Verse 41. And it reads, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom, right? Antiochus was that wicked root. Came out of the 4 generals under Alexander after Alexander passed, right? Of the Seleucid Empire. Right? First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, right? NWO, a new world order, right? These elites want to bring in a one world government, right? The image of the beast, the image being the system, the beast being NATO, the EU, America the Great, Babylon the Great. And then ultimately his device is MARK, his CHIP is Revelation 13 verse 16 on down. Verse 42, and everyone should leave his laws, right? You're no longer going to do your own thing, your laws. You're now going to come under the umbrella of King Antiochus, right? And that's what these ruling class elites want to do today. Put you under the umbrella of the one world government and bring the CHIP. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. Right, and we have that today. 2/3 of our people are going to run with the beast and co-sign with the image, which is Esau's system. Right, going back to the pagan Roman Empire, the image of Rome. Right, America the Great, Babylon the Great is Rome 2.0. and sacrifice unto idols and profane the Sabbath, right? In truth, Israel people today, right? All they do is sacrifice to idols, worship other gods, profane the Sabbath. How do they do that? Not walking in the ways, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? This article right here came out on the Daily Wire, January 17, 2024. It says the eye-popping interest payment spike on our national debt. Combined net worth of nation's most prominent billionaires wouldn't cover a single year's interest payment, analysis shows, right? So America the Great, Babylon the Great is trillions of dollars in debt, man. The combined net worth of the most prominent billionaires in the United States would not be enough to pay a single year's interest payment on America's ballooning national debt, which currently stands at an astonishing $34 trillion, right? So they got to collapse this thing, man. America the Great, Babylon the Great can't get out of the debt, right? Trillions of dollars of debt. Isaiah 14, verse 10. Isaiah 14, verse 9. Hell, right? Hell being a condition, hell being the grave, from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, right? And this is the ultimate. America the Great's not going to get out of this, man. She's circling the drain. It stirreth up the dead for thee, the dead, the other nations, even all the chief ones of the earth, right? These other rulers. Look at what Putin. Look at how Putin's carrying on, right? And Kim Jong-un, the power-drunk North Korean, and Xi Jinping, the ruler of the Moabites, China, right? Scriptures say, thee shall hate the whore, right? All these other nations, all these other kingdoms are going to turn on America the Great. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, right? These other nations are raising, their leaders are getting ready to battle cry on the whore, America the Great, Babylon the Great. Verse 10, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Right? The spotlight is on America the Great. These nations are seeing that she's become weak, right? Hey, listen, $34 trillion in debt. It just said the America's billionaires could not combine and pay the interest payment on the debt. Verse 11, here's the point. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave. Their pomp, right? Their pomp is brought down to the grave, right? The death of their pomp. What does pomp mean? To be exalted, to be prideful. Let's look at this word pomp in the Hebrew, in the Strong's. Thy pomp, Strong's H1347.
Strong's H1347. Gaon.
Exaltation, majesty, pride. Majesty, exaltation, excellence of nations, of power, of the Jordan. Pride, arrogance in a bad sense. Right, their pride, their arrogance is being brought down to the grave. In the Strong's, the same as H1346. Arrogancy, excellency, majesty, pomp, pride, proud, swelling, right? Babylon the Great, that their pomp is being brought down to the grave. And the noise of thy viols, musical instruments, right? Music is no longer, doesn't no longer have the happy-go-lucky feeling to it, man. That vibration of happy music is gone. The worm is spread under thee, right? The worm here is decay. Their infrastructure is decaying, right? Their roads are eroded. Their buildings are in need of repair. And the worms cover thee, right? America the Great, Babylon the Great is circling the drain, man. All right. Next headline. Says here, Americans can no longer afford their cars. Right? For decades, car ownership has been a trademark of the American lifestyle, with vehicles becoming symbols of freedom, independence, and even rebellion, as well as a necessity. But in 2024, the country's legendary love story with the automobile appears to have reached a crucial point of potential no return, as cars have become unaffordable to millions. Life has generally gotten more expensive in the aftermath of the epidemic, including the cost of cars, car insurance, and car repairs. Right? And this inflation is going to continue to climb. This hole that America is in, she cannot get out of it. She can't be healed. Let's get that scripture real quick. Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 51:7. And it reads, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Right? The Lord set up America the Great, Babylon the Great, for her promises, for her prominence. Right? Scripture say the Lord taketh down one and setteth up another, roughly paraphrasing. That made all the earth drunken, right? The earth, all these nations, all these kings have drunken of her wine. Right? And what's her wine? Her philosophy, her democracy, her spiritual fornication. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? And that's why all these other, listen, you have countries like Iran. They don't like America the Great, Babylon the Great, because now their women are becoming out of order over there, man, drinking the wine of Babylon. 8th verse. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. Right? The balm is a healing ointment. A healing ointment. Right? This balm is likened to bailouts, stimuluses. Right? No amount of bailouts and stimuluses can save America the Great, Babylon the Great. If so be, she may be healed. There's no healing for Babylon. She's through. Right? First world country, America the Great. Right? Middle class Americans can't afford vehicles. It's going to get worse. Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. And right, and this is how Jake has lived. This is talking about Jake, but it's now falling on our enemies. And who's the chief enemy, the chief offender? Esau, Edom. Right? Middle class Edomites aren't ready for affliction. They don't know how to deal with it. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Right? You work and your pay is little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Right? Not enough food. You're rationing your food. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Right? Your money is gone. Every time your paycheck comes in, it's allocated. Car repairs. Right? That's the bag with holes. Groceries. Your AC broke. Right? Your basement flooded. Right? Your roof needs new shingles. Right? Your condo fees have gone up. Right? Your rent has gone up. Your mortgage, the interest rate on your mortgage has gone up. Right? The bag with holes. Your car note, your car payment, your car repairs. That's the bag with holes. These Babylonians, and it's only going to get worse. Right? And these last two right here, we'll just read the headlines. How will Pakistan react to Iran's airstrikes, right? Because Iran shot off missiles Karachi, Pakistan, in an unprecedented act, Iran on Tuesday attacked the alleged bases of a jihadist group with a missile and drone strike in Pakistan's southwestern Balochistan province, which shares long borders with Iran, right? There's that one. This one here. China warns U.S. against escalating strikes on the Houthis. China is warning the U.S. against escalating its attacks on Yemen's Houthi rebels as the conflict in the Red Sea increasingly threatens both Beijing's economic and diplomatic interests. Right? So China's telling America, yo, listen, you need to ease off. You need to calm down on those strikes on the Houthis because we have economic interests in that region. Right? And this one right here. Pentagon insider warns we are on the brink of World War III after latest Iran attack. Right? Also from today, Wednesday, January 17th, 2024, the hopeful year that Jacob's trouble comes to pass. A source inside the U.S. Pentagon has warned the world is on the brink of a major conflict as Iran and its allies continue to launch attacks across the Middle East. Right? And Iran has uranium rods, man. Right? But we know this is the will of the Lord. Right? Because the scriptures say, we're going to close with that scripture. The second woe was past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Right? The scriptures tell us about World War I, World War II. Right? Revelation 11, verse 14. We'll close with this. And it reads, the second woe was past. Right? World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third woe. World War III, man. Scriptures, it's all over. The scriptures tell us. As a matter of fact, let's get into that scripture. Right? That it's going to be fought. And how is it going to be fought? It's going to be fought with missiles, man. Isaiah 9, verse 5, and it reads, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, right? Ancient wars, ancient battles, they're fought in the battlefields, hand-to-hand combat, swords, axes, horses, right? Garments rolled in blood. Men would bleed out on the battlefield. But this, right, this war shall be with burning and fuel of fire, those missiles, man. Right? But before that, the time of Jacob's trouble and the mandate worldwide of the CHIP, the MOTB, the grain of rice, the Revelation 13, verse 16 on down. So with that, I pray you edified. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone to teach one rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect.